I woke up one day and realized I have been doing way too much and getting way too little in return, and something had to change. I'm not out here trying to be busy just to be busy. I am trying to be paid, peaceful, and productive. But for the longest time, I was doing the most and still feeling behind. My to-do list, no lie, was endless. Yet no matter how many boxes I checked off, I was still stuck in the same cycle. Then I started to study women who have seemed to have it all together, high value women who get things done without looking stressed. And the biggest thing I noticed, they move with strategy, not just effort, which meant I needed to learn how to move with strategy and not just effort. So what do I mean by a high value woman? I'm talking about someone who prioritizes impact over activity, quality over quantity, intentional growth over random hustle. She is not doing it all. She is focused on what truly matters to her goals and for her goals. So today we are breaking down exactly how to step into the high value level of productivity where you are not constantly grinding, but you are still making major moves. So by the end of this video, you are going to know exactly how to stop confusing busyness with real productivity, structure your time like a high value woman, and make your life work for you instead of running it to the ground. As always, this video is broken down into clear chapters, making it easier for you to follow along. So if you are tired in doing everything and getting nowhere, get comfy, grab your matcha because we are about to fix your productivity. Now let's get one thing straight. Being busy is not the same thing as being productive. And this is the lesson that I had to learn the hard way, and I don't want you to make the same lesson because busy and being productive looks different. Busy, running around, saying yes to everything, multitasking like crazy, and still feeling behind. It gives overwork, underpaid, and completely overwhelmed. Productivity, on the other hand, looks like you're moving with intention, knowing exactly what deserves your energy and what's just noise. There is a huge difference between the two. The difference between being constantly busy and a high value productivity woman isn't about doing more. It's about making deliberate choices about where your energy goes. High value women are not impressed by a packed calendar. They are focused on meaningful outcomes. And let me tell you, I used to be the queen of mistaking busyness for progress. If my day was not jam-packed, I felt like I wasn't doing enough. But once I became a high value woman and started getting things done, I understood that that mattered the most. That simple mind shift made everything work for me. And once I stopped trying to juggle everything, I finally started seeing real progress. So let's talk about how to actually get things done without running yourself into the ground. Because life is hard. There's a lot of stuff to do, but we need to be as productive as possible. So I had broken this down into 5 steps, making it easy for you to follow along with. Starting with step 1, get real and know exactly what you want. Here's where most people start to mess up is they don't even know what they're working towards. They might have an idea, but you actually have to get real with yourself. I was doing the work, but for what? Some goals hadn't even been properly defined. Goals weren't even mine, they were ideas. So you need to define your goals in clear detail. Make a vision board, write it down on paper. Ask yourself what matters to you. What do I want to be working towards? Be as specific as possible. What do you want your career to look like? Your finances, your health, your professional life. Picture your life if it was truly yours, nobody else's, because it is. Where would you stay? What are your goals? That is the first and most important step, because once you know that step, that isn't going to just motivate you, it's going to make you want to be more productive. Then you need to cut the clutter, because if you're not getting closer to your vision, it's dead weight, and you really need to let that go. High value women do not spread themselves thin. They don't have time for it. They put intense focus on what moves them forward and leave the rest behind. Because if everything is important, nothing is important. Do you hear me? If everything is important, nothing is important. And here's something that most productivity growers will not tell you. Sometimes the most productive thing that you can do is a complete productivity purge. I was hiding behind planners and apps, so I threw them out. Just pen and paper and my phone notes and get real results. So that is why I call it a productivity purge, because I deleted every app, threw out every planner, and went back to the basics for 2 weeks straight. I stopped hiding behind the fancy systems, the notes, the colors, and just focused on the results. They were clear as day in front of me. There was no tool that I needed just my pen and paper, clear results right in front of me. And the tools that I needed, I would bring them back, but only the ones that serve the purpose. So you need to ask yourself, is my system working for me or am I working for my system? High value women choose simplicity that works over complexity, which impresses. And once you get clear on that, you gotta protect your focus, you guys. That leads me to step 2, remove barriers and set up the deep work. All right, let's talk about why you struggle with focus. And yes, I'm about to call some of y'all out with love. But why are you struggling to focus? Your phone is playing you. You're multitasking or you're waiting for motivation. And we need to fix all of that. I used to tell myself that I just needed to be more disciplined. But I get distracted every 10 minutes. My phone would go off. It was a whole problem. So I made some small changes. I started putting my phone across the room while I would work because I really wanted to learn how to do the deep work. No more accidentally strolling, or I started scheduling 90 minutes of deep work sessions. No distractions, just lock in. And instead of jumping between tasks, I made myself finish one thing instead of moving on to the next. And you know what? Even to this day, I have learned and built up this strategy and up this system that even when I'm doing something and I pick up my phone and I'll start scrolling and I'm like, this isn't serving me. This is a waste of time. So I put it away because I know mentally now in this state that this isn't serving my goals. So I need to put the phone away. And that is like, once you start doing this on a regular basis, you are going to realize and see the distractions so clearly. Okay, here's something that's fun that might surprise you, but high value women know it's completely power down. And that's why I call this the power down paradox, because while everybody else is bragging about the hustle culture and pushing through exhaustion, truly productive women know to schedule downtime. The secret, you're scheduling it like any other meeting. No phones, no distractions, just recharge. My productivity when I started doing this skyrocketed because I was now getting more done in 4 hours of focused time than I used to accomplish in 8 hours of a scatter time. This isn't about work-life balance. It's about work-life rhythm. It's about focus and goals. High-value women don't just work hard, they recover too. You make it a priority to get the thing done. And let me tell you, the difference is undeniable. When I stopped letting distractions run me, I finally started running my day. Whether you are a corporate professional climbing the ladder or an entrepreneur building an empire or even just balancing multiple priorities as a mom, this approach works because it is about alignment, not just activity. High value productivity isn't about your specific role. It's about how you approach whatever is on your plate. And once you start to do these practices, you will see how laser focused and how natural it becomes, because you know, in order for you to reach your goals, you are going to get to them. You are going to get the job done. And honestly, your emotions and your feelings will waver. Sometimes you will have good days and sometimes you will have bad days. But if you simplify your goals and you simplify your things that you need to get done, you can't get distracted, because even if you're feeling down, even if it's tough, like your day is built with these time blocks that you have to go after it. And there's only so much time in the day to get it done. So you are naturally motivating yourself, even when you feel down, to get through it because it needs to get done. Step 3, fill your tank, the non-negotiables. Listen, you cannot pour from an empty cup, period. If you're out here running on caffeine and vibes, let me be the first one to tell you that is not sustainable. High value women prioritize their energy. Nutrition equals fuel. Eat like you actually care about your energy. The food you eat energize you. Exercise equals discipline. Move your body not just for looks, but for stamina. Sleep, a peak performance. Protect your rest like it's your most valuable asset, because it is 7 to 9 hours of sleep. These things are so important to your productivity level. Let's talk about time management, because everybody talks about time management, but high value women know the importance of energy management. They understand which activities fill their cups and which ones drain them. We know when we feel sluggish and resistant, but this allows us to understand the unique energy patterns. And once you understand your energy patterns, you can schedule your most important tasks during those natural high energy periods. And honestly, this changed everything for me, because once I discovered I have these creative energy patterns in the morning and administrative energy in the evening, I now plan accordingly instead of fighting the resistance of my natural rhythm. Let's move into step 4, multitasking and slowing down. Let's talk actually about multitasking, because multitasking is for the birds and it doesn't work. Your brain literally cannot focus on two things at once. And I don't care how much you think that you are killing it. High value women go all in on one thing at one time. And this is why I made up the one touch rule. And let's talk about it because it's so, so important. Most of us touch the same task over and over. We start something, we put it down, we come back to it later, and waste energy reorienting ourselves each time. Instead, now I ask myself, can I handle this in one touch? If this takes less than 5 minutes, I do it immediately. But if it's bigger, I schedule a specific time to complete it from start to finish. This simple shift eliminated that feeling of having 20 half-finished projects drawing my mental energy. So when you decide to touch something only once, make real progress instead of just moving things around. Step 5, master the CEO mindset. And this is so, so critical. I'm happy I left it for the last one. What do I mean by the CEO mindset? For a while, I said yes to everything until I realized I was just staying busy and not making real moves. The money wasn't flowing, the growth wasn't happening, so I had to switch things up. I stopped doing busy work and focused on impact. I started treating my time like a bank account, so I started spending it wisely. I got super picky about different opportunities. And let me tell you, when I stopped doing everything, I actually finally started seeing results, but that took real work. I had to look at all the things that I had going on because I wanted to not only dabble in new things and like new opportunities and new projects for networking purposes, or I wanted to start building up brand deals and affiliate marketing and like really get on the product side of things, right? But that would take my attention away from the core of what I needed to do. So like the brand deals were fun. You get new products. The affiliate marketing was great. But there's only so many hours in the day. There's only 24 hours in the day. So if I am spreading myself thin between all these other different things that I wanted to dabble in because somebody might have said, you can make real money here, you can make real money there. All money is not the same money. All time is not the same time. And that is what I had to get crystal clear on and understand that I needed to be hyper focused on because all of the projects didn't level up. All of the projects were not the same. And once I understood that each project and each task and each brand deal and each affiliate marketing program and each website and each new platform, they didn't align and they weren't at the same level, then that allowed me not to just focus on 1,000 different things and multitask. It really just allowed me to hunker down on what I really need to do to grow and actually build my business and my empire. And once my mindset started shifting, it was so easy to flow as productive as I needed to do because once my mindset shifted, productivity became natural. My plate honestly got less because there was only so many things that I needed to do. I was able to create a clear structure and implement that structure. And even though sometimes you might feel like you are missing out or there's like a fear of FOMO that was happening, I still was able to stick to my plan and stay on track. And I think that's where the real progress starts to come in the long run. And you might not see the results right away, but if you continue to stay on track to your main goals, your vision that you originally had, and you stick crystal clear to those things, whether it's your finances, your relationships, your career, if you just stay hyper focused on 2 or 3 things and leave the rest and let the rest go, you will be your most productive self. And honestly, you will operate as a high value woman. With that said, let me know in the comments what is one step that you are going to take this week to really increase your productivity. If you like this video, hit the subscribe button, like and comment. If you're new here, welcome. I am Kaylin. If you want to know about how to get out of your comfort zone or really manifesting your dream life, check out my videos because this is all about manifesting who you are and becoming the best woman that you can possibly be. I am here. Until next time, bye.